myself the creep.
Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me.
Is the hat going to have any effect on how the podcast goes?
We might comment on it. Like, what's going on with this fucking...
Are we recording right now?
Yeah, we are recording.
Does the red box mean record?
No, not really. It just means it's a thing. Yeah. What do you got under that hat there?
Big old noggin.
Big old noggin?
Yeah.
You want to know what I just realized?
What?
My hearing aids
are dead.
No, I just don't have them. I'm like, why don't I hear anything?
Who did I tell you were deaf last night?
The volume not all the way up. Who did you tell I was deaf?
Yeah, someone.
I feel like you always, like...
When people try to talk to you and you don't register them at all, I'm like, he's deaf, by the way.
I don't know why you do that.
It's fun.
Yeah, but like then it like kills like what was awkward, you know?
What do you mean?
Like, because it's awkward when I keep going, wait, what? And then I respond something differently to what they asked.
Oh, like it straightens out the situation. It adds too much.
And like the people just like don't know what to do. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I don't understand. What do you mean? Yeah. And then you tell them that I'm deaf and they're like, oh, okay. And I'm like, well, that kills all the fun.
Do you want the situation? You want the other situation?
Yes.
Okay.
I want them to not understand what's going on. If like they don't see my hearing aids and like they
it's just like a bit, they're like, this dude's just not fucking listening to me.
Like, this dude's on another planet now.
This guy's not part of the conversation that I'm part of.
There was one time I was on a boat with Ryan and these two chicks came and like talked to us. Mm-hmm. And I also smoked a little bit of the joint regardless, but like I was having an entirely different conversation than the three of them were having. I jumped in and I was like, yeah, so what did you do in London? And they were like, what? And they were like, I've never been to London. It was bad. They walked away shortly after that.
When was this?
It was like last year, like on a fucking cruise that we did. You remember the booze cruise?
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
You know what I really want to go to?
What?
Fucking, I gotta stop cursing. No more cursing for the rest of my life.
Okay. Me neither, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck that shit.
I'm keeping that promise.
Yeah.
What is that big car show?
The auto show. I saw an ad about it like yesterday or 2 days ago. Let's go.
When is it?
It's probably soon. Probably coming up.
Do you want me to look it up?
No, not now. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
We'll figure it out after this.
I'm famously a patient guy. I'm really happy I'm not looking it up right now. I'm really happy I don't get to know.
Good. Let's leave it that way. Then leave a little mystery in life, you know? You could use it.
May. I think it's in May.
Probably, or something like that.
It's whenever I was in Germany last year.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I got back in May.
Yeah. It's not like the best time ever, but January, it's cool. It's cool to hang out. And
maybe it's in April. What do you mean it wasn't the best time?
Like, I mean, like, it's like, there's not like too much to do. What are you doing?
I'm just alive.
Okay. Yeah, there's not like too much to do, but it is cool to see the cars. And, you know, we had that little thing where the guy took us in the Hyundai Ioniq or whatever the hell it is. And they like took us around a little track. That was fun. But yeah, it's cool. I definitely am down to go again. Check it out.
Okay. When is it?
You put me through hell, bro.
So yeah, I'm putting you through hell, bro. Fuck you.
Big thanks to Mark Vittozzi for doing this podcast today, even though you're extremely hungover.
Yeah, I'm very hungover. I'm famously hungover. Which is so funny because it's just like I'm like, should I just keep drinking?
It's not the worst idea. I did just buy a bottle of rum, and I got that bottle of vodka from Mikey Maz.
I was thinking about doing whiskey.
Shout out to Mikey Maz.
Shout out to Michael Maz.
Michael Maz gave me a bottle of whiskey and the gayest jacket of all time.
Yeah.
Thank you for being honest with me about that jacket.
Yeah. At first, when I first saw, I saw you in it, and the pattern, I was like, oh, like maybe this would be a cool jacket. But then I like really saw you wearing it, and I was like, this is a very feminine looking jacket.
Yeah. You know what? When we went out last night, I was like, I'm going to test run this tonight. And I know that I'm going to get the feedback that I'm looking for at the end of the night. And I did.
From who? From me?
You. From you. I was like, either someone's going to compliment me on the jacket while we're out, which didn't happen, or at the end of the night, Mark's going to tell me, by the way, that jacket's super fucking gay.
Yeah. I felt dishonest when we first started hanging out because I was like, oh, that's a cool. I remember specifically, we were on the street and I just saw you, and you walked up to me when we met up. And I was saying the phrase like, "Oh, nice jacket."
Yeah.
And halfway through saying it, I realized I was like, "They're nice."
Yeah.
And I just kept going with the sentence anyways. And I felt bad about it afterwards. I was like, I'm lying to him.
You know what? It's not necessarily that you were like being dishonest or something. You were making sure that I was feeling good at the beginning of the night.
Yeah.
You know, I was feeling good in the beginning. I was like, all right, the jacket's not bad.
Yeah.
And then as we went on and I kept wearing it, we went to, all these different bars. I was like, not feeling this jacket so much. And it's true.
It happens. I've had that. It's weird that I'm 28 now, and I've been wearing the same jacket for the last 14 years.
It is insane.
And only this year, finally, somebody was like, I think it was you, was like,
it was
I'm really not a big fan of that jacket.
Yeah, I fucking hate that jacket.
I was like, I thought I've been wearing a cool jacket for the last 14 years.
I hate, there's like the little fucking things on the side here.
Weird.
I hate it. It's awful.
And the thing is like, I've felt self-conscious about the jacket before, but then I've been like, I've always been wearing this jacket. This is like my staple jacket. I have to keep wearing it.
There's pictures of you like from like prom.
Yeah,
in that jacket.
Yeah. I wore it for 14 years.
Long time. Yeah.
You
should burn it for the rest of the years.
I have this whole thing about the jacket where I'm like gonna save it and like give it to my son.
The jacket. Would you buy it at fucking Macy's like 60% off? I'm so right too. I know you went to Macy's, you used your mom's discount, and you like doubled up on whatever sale they had going, and the jacket was $13, and you've been wearing it for 14 years, and now on some fucking principle, you're like, this is gonna go to my son. I nailed this down.
Fuck off, bro. I thought I wasn't supposed to. You're making me curse. I said before.
I'm not making you do anything. First of all, what do you always say? I don't do anything I don't have to, right?
Yeah. No, that I don't want to.
No, that I don't want to. Or, you say a lot, I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, because I don't have to do anything.
I'm like, all right, bro, you don't have to do that. And you're like, I don't have to do anything. And it's just like a nice, sincere thing to say.
Yeah.
When someone says that.
Yeah, my dad said it to me the other day, and I was like, this is annoying when somebody says that. I was like, I've been saying this to people. This is fucking annoying. Like, I was like, yeah, bro, I get it. You don't have to do anything.
Nah, you've never said anything annoying. Me neither.
I want the jacket to go to my son.
Mm-hmm.
Except it's an ugly jacket that I don't like anymore.
I'm gonna give my son that jacket and be like, you're
setting
fucked.
my son up for
go to
failure.
school with this.
Oh my god, it's like my dad gave me his like sandals, or it's like fucking they look awful. And I tried wearing them. I like really did. I was like, these are a gift from my father. I'm gonna give him a real shot. And every once in a while, he's like, I never see you wearing those. I'm always like, I don't want to get them dirty.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad tried to give me some awful clothes too.
Yeah.
Dad clothes are never really that good. The jacket that you want to give. Exactly. Wow. That was like case in point, honestly. Yeah. Not bad.
Yeah, but it's just, I really appreciate having things for a long time. I think it's really cool when you have something. That hat that I recently lost.
Yeah.
I was high and I brought you and Ami into my room to show you the hat and be like, I've had this hat.
The one that's like faded in a completely different color?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, but I'm really proud of that. And I would like to I want like to die in that hat.
Next time you're wearing that hat, you're going to get hit by a car.
I hope.
And I'm going to stand over your body and be like, bro, this is what you wanted.
Yeah, and I'm going to be like, thank God.
Yeah, you're going to come up and be like, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel like you keep things that are like sentimental or, interesting or, a one-off item. You keep that for a really long time, not a fucking hat.
I want to buy a bunch of designer clothes and keep them forever.
Yeah,
and
that's okay. That makes sense.
Like something that like, that's what I wanted to do with that white shirt I bought from Kith. I bought like a $400 shirt. Or like a rugby shirt, a white collared shirt. I bought it, $400, and it was like nice. I was like, I'm gonna keep this for my kids. I stained it that day, and then at the end of the week, I just straight up threw it out. I was like, this stain's never coming out. I'm never going to wear this shirt.
That is right. We only did see it like once or twice.
I threw it out.
Yeah, you
I
threw
was
it out.
like, I didn't even donate it. I was like, to the garbage with you.
I gotta say, I've made these Kith sweatshirts that I have last a pretty long time. I mean, they look like shit now. There's like holes in them and whatever, but I made them last pretty long.
I want to get all brand new clothes.
I mean, I'm still losing weight. I say after another like 20 pound, I'm already starting to buy new clothes. I went down in jean sizes too.
What size jeans are you? Give me both dimensions.
You're really gonna make me expose myself right now?
What do you? Is this like
Not really. I'm 30, I was 40 by 30. Now I'm 38 by 30. I got a big ass.
The reason that I brought this up is because, well, maybe I just have longer legs. But at the end of this, I'm using this as I'm taller than you. So I'm 32.
Bro,
actually
we're the same height. I could wear the 32, but like I just don't. I think the cutoff is better at 30.
I wear 34s actually.
I wear 36 actually. I could go toe for toe all day, bro.
I wear 34s and I roll them up. My parents just keep buying me pants that are too long. They're convinced I'm a 34, so I'm like, all right, I'll just. But they're still like, I'm like free
I don't
pants.
like the roll up look. I always felt like it was weird.
Do you like it when I do it?
I mean, sure, you do whatever you want, you know. Yes, I like it when you do it.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thank God we got that out of the
way. Yeah, bro. Good looks. Yeah, I rolled up to the gym today.
Yeah,
and there was a box on the ground outside next to like the city bike thing, and it said "free, never used," and there was 2 hearts around it.
Right? The box was never used?
Yeah, it's just the box. There's something in the box.
Okay.
The box was definitely used because there was writing on it.
Yeah.
But it said free, never used. Take a guess as to what was inside.
Pans for cooking.
Pans for cooking?
Yeah.
No. It was like a smaller box like this. It shocked me to my core.
Yeah.
I opened it. I was like, I thought it was going to be something cool, like some, cool thing or whatever. I opened it, pink vibrator with the cord, with the charging cable.
Was it in plastic or wasn't it in plastic?
No, it was in like foam as if it was like nicely presented. Honestly, I opened it and I started cracking up. People were looking at me.
Was the box was like on the sidewalk?
Yeah.
And you touched it?
Did
you have to pick it up off the ground?
I did pick it up off the ground.
Did you see what was in it? You had to open the box?
So it was one of those boxes where you don't have to open a latch or anything. It was one of those boxes where you go like this enough.
It like slides?
Yeah, it slides out. Yeah.
You did all of this?
I did all of that. Bro, you never know what could be in there. It said free, never used. It was, I mean, I was happy because it was mad funny, but I was also disappointed. I was like, could have been something sick. It was not something sick. It was something sick, actually.
9 out of 10 times, I think, in real life, like this is like, I think 9 out of 10 times there would be poop in the box. I would have never opened the box.
That thing might have touched poop for all we know.
Yeah.
I don't believe them when they say free, never used on that shit.
It's like a fleshlight. It's like,
you imagine using
imagine. I know a guy who got a used fleshlight.
Who? Well,
I don't want to say his name.
Yeah.
I know, and I know for a fact.
Do I know him too?
Yeah, you know him.
Oh God.
And I know for a fact that he got a used fleshlight.
That's awful.
I'm the one who used it.
I don't care how many times you run that thing through the dishwasher. No 2 men should be using the same fleshlight.
I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this. I was like, because this is a funny story. So they bought it. Some people bought it for me as a Christmas present, as a joke Christmas gift.
Okay.
But one of my friends is like obviously like a dick, and he wasn't going to be there when they were going to give it to me during Christmas because we were going to do like a friend exchange.
Right.
So he found me driving in like the road, like driving out randomly, and was like, "Listen, I'm not going to be here next week when they give you the gift, so I'm just going to give it to you right now."
Does this friend really love America?
Yeah, it's him.
I know exactly who it is.
They found me on the road, him and the other guy, while I was with my girlfriend, and they made us get out of the car. We were like getting out of the car to go somewhere. We were in a parking lot, and he had my location because I just shared it with him. And then so he found out where we were, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to be busy the next week. I want to watch you open this right now." And I was like, and I knew what it was. I knew what they planned on getting me. And I was like, my girlfriend was with me at the time, and I was like, why don't I open it another time? And he was like, no, I want to watch you open it. And I was like, really, right now? And then he was like, yeah. And then I opened it, and he was like, she won't think it's a big deal. She cried the rest of the night.
Oh, no.
She was like, why would they get you a fleshlight? And I was like, it's purely a joke gift. She was like,
purely a joke. And then you used it.
Yeah.
and then you used it.
Well, yeah, I had it. I owned it.
So you used it.
Yeah.
And then you gave it to.
And then I rinsed it out and
You
stuff.
rinsed it out, and then you gave it to America Friend.
No, someone else. Another one.
Who's the other one? Without telling me who, without saying his name.
He
Does he drive a GTI at some point?
No. He's like, you're on the right trail. He didn't go to the Top Golf thing the other day. He wouldn't even text me back.
I see. And he used it.
I don't know if he used it. He wanted it though. I was like, I'm gonna get rid of it. I might have lied to him and say that I did use it.
He should sue you for that shit, bro.
I rinsed it under hot water.
I don't know if it's enough, honestly.
I don't think it is from my perspective.
Yeah, like you would never accept a fleshlight from somebody under any circumstance.
Yeah,
really.
100%. I would never.
Yeah.
But it's like I wasn't the one. I was giving it away, and I was like, "I'll give it away." Yeah, fine. Yeah, it was interesting. It was really interesting to use.
To use?
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, I don't think. Why do you need to do all that? You know, you need a whole contraption for. Even though I do love contraption.
Can I? Yeah,
big contraption guy.
Yeah, I know.
What? Can you what?
Can I tell a weird story here? I don't like.
Absolutely.
How many people are? It's like dudes in Russia are listening to this, right?
Yeah. We do have a few Russian listeners. Shout out to Russia.
Yeah.
Hope it all works out for
we
you guys.
should learn some Russian phrases to like throw out during the podcast.
You know, I'm on board with that.
We should do one podcast where we just drink vodka the whole time, and we dress like with big Russian hats and
That'd
shit.
be dope, honestly. I'd do that.
And we could do it outside in like the cold. Yeah, perestroika. I
could be saying that wrong. I just read the book on the collapse of the Soviet Union. So
I'm going to read something today. I'm going to read book.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to start reading the Bible soon.
You're going to read the Bible?
That's the next book I'm reading, yeah. I'm going to start reading the Bible. Honestly, like, you know, like, obviously I'm trying to be a little more religious, but like, but good stories in there. You know the story of Exodus, right?
Not really.
You don't know the story of Exodus?
Okay.
It's like one of
yeah, all right. Don't shame me too hard, guy.
Yeah. No, I mean it's like one of the better stories in the Bible. It's pretty dope, honestly.
Oh wait, is it when Moses splits the sea?
Yeah.
I know that. I always forget it's called Exodus. Oh, but it's like the great exit of the Jews from wherever they were.
Yeah. Dope story. Egypt. Awesome story. I mean, I think it's totally fucking bullshit, but he split the sea. He split the sea, and then no one done it since in history. I don't believe it. Where's the rest of the sea splitters? You know,
we just don't need them anymore.
We don't need any sea splitters anymore.
Everything is going so well.
The world is in a state of peace. We don't need any sea splitters.
It's like they were like all the saints did their job.
I feel like we have a few uses for a sea splitter here or there.
I'm a G splitter, Guinness, baby. Sorry, I've been wanting to do that joke for the last 2 minutes. You said C splitter too many times.
Yeah. Didn't you have a weird story?
I did. I want to get back to that.
Go for it.
I also want to talk about Exodus more, and I want to talk about the Bible stuff more.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the story is really weird, and we're kind of like a little far from what it had to do with.
Sure.
My parents. Okay, this is gonna be quick.
Yeah.
Don't judge me for it.
Okay, no judgment. I never judge.
Russian dudes, don't judge me. Timmy, don't judge me.
I've never judged anybody.
So my parents bought me like a film camera. Like I used to make YouTube videos, and I had this big clunky camera, and it like took cassettes and everything, and then I'd like put the cassettes into the fucking TV somehow.
Yeah,
whatever. I said that like the oldest man ever. They bought me like a little handheld to make more videos. I used to really like making YouTube videos. I'd do whatever.
Yeah.
The only thing that I really have saved on there is like a 30-minute video of me jerking off.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
It was like the first thing I did when I got it, like the day that I got it. And You can't see anything because it's like I didn't want. It wasn't like something about. It's like.
What do you mean you can't see anything?
You can't like. You don't like see my dick. I'm doing it under a blanket.
All right. Yeah. Something's wrong with it. Hold on. So you set up the camera.
I don't think I've ever told him.
We're here, bro. We're doing this. You set up the camera.
Yeah.
It's facing you.
I don't have like a tripod or anything. I just like kind of put it on something.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And then you jerked off underneath a blanket.
Yeah, like watching porn like on a TV.
Behind the camera.
The camera's from the side.
Why did you do this?
Want to know what's crazy? Well, I mean, the whole thing is crazy. It wasn't premeditated. I was jerking off, saw the camera, and was like, let's get this recorded.
What did you do with it? Like after? Did you ever watch it back?
I watched like 10 seconds of it, and it freaked me out so much that I just like never watched any more of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I didn't delete it.
I don't know if I could watch that. Like myself jerking off a video.
It's me just like facing the TV. It's like a little small TV. Just like with all the stuff going on. And then I'm here. I'm like, as I'm telling this story, I'm like thinking about the people I work with, like listening to this. And then the camera was right over here.
Yeah.
And it's just like a 20-minute video of just like me under just like breathing heavy and cranking it.
Breathing heavy.
And the thing is my parents still have the camcorder. It's in like a shelf that's like right with all of their like electronics.
Tell me that tape is still in there.
It is. It's it's the only thing like saved on the camera.
I hope your mom never discovers that camera.
It is like my one. It's like a lingering fear that I have. I don't think that they ever will check the camera because I mean it's been 16 years or so, and they haven't
someone will encounter it at some point.
Yeah, it's like I think like when they throw out when they clear out the house, I think like one of my relatives is going to be like, I wonder if there's any funny videos on here.
A nice home video.
Yeah, it is a home video. It is. I am home.
This is kind of like also like you. So you remember how I was telling you guys about the video that I made with
your ex-girlfriend?
The second, not my most recent. The other.
The
other ex-girlfriend. Yeah. We made that video. It's like a 21-minute full-length, like edited video with like it follows the same format as porn, but I don't believe that that's porn. That's just like a home video.
I think we've talked about this before. So it is porn.
Porn to who?
But that's the thing.
It's porn to anybody else, but for me and maybe her, it's
still porn. But I don't think it's as bad to watch it because you like are in it.
Yeah.
I think it's weird to watch, like, obviously porn is weird.
Yeah.
I think it's weird to watch other people have sex.
Yeah.
But when it's your own, like, I don't think it's as, like, because, like, porn's bad. Like, let's say, oh, like, it's bad that you do it. You should be embarrassed to watch porn, all of this stuff.
Yeah.
I think if you're in it, it's like, okay, maybe don't watch it too often.
No, I don't watch it too often. Every once in a while, I do check it out. I'm like, I could do this, like I look at myself because it's like I felt good about it,
Whenever I break up with a girlfriend, I want to talk more. We'll get back to the religious stuff. I want to talk about F1 too. Whenever I break up with a girlfriend, I always delete everything I have with them. Like that day, I delete all of the pictures.
Really?
Like no, not like all of it. Like I still have like the pictures of us like in front of Niagara Falls and stuff like that. But like the naked pictures, like all the like butt pics, all wiped off the phone like the day of the breakup.
I see. I think I deleted most of the pictures. It took me a little while. I didn't do it right away. I deleted most of the pictures of my most recent ex. I deleted most of them. There's a few that I have though that like just for like keepsakes kind of thing. Fucking Niagara Falls. Fuck Niagara Falls.
Oh, I forgot you all. Yeah, you also.
We also did the Niagara Falls bullshit. Yeah.
I like Niagara Falls.
Fuck Niagara Falls. I mean, it was cool though. It was fun. It was fun standing.
It's like one of nature's wonders.
I know. It's actually awesome. Niagara Falls is pretty cool. And we stood underneath at the bottom of the waterfall. We stood like under it, and the waterfall's on you. It was a lot of fun. It was a great memory, actually.
That's good.
Yeah, ruined. Absolutely ruined.
Yeah, it is weird. I mean, so two things.
Yeah.
One, with the deleting the pictures thing, that's like usually my foot back in the door to if I ever want to get more nudes from them. is I'm always like, we'll be talking, and I'll be like, just so you know, I deleted everything. Did you delete everything? And they're always like, yes, of course I deleted everything, Mark.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I kind of miss it though. and then it's like my way that I work my way back in, where I'm like, I kind of do regret deleting all of it. It's worked. I've only tried it 3 times. It's worked 2 of the 3 times.
Not bad, honestly.
Twice they've been like,
that's not bad. That's
they're like,
pretty
I'll
good
send
numbers.
some it's like my ex-girlfriends, and they're like, I'll send it live right now. I'm like, do it.
Do you think about like what's happened to the photos you've sent? I know that, you know, the other ex, she got a lot of shit of me that like, that shit might make its way online at some point. You never know. She might.
I never really think about it.
Really?
No, I think I like want to know why, because I think I look good in all of the pictures. I think it's like I never sent one I didn't think I looked good in.
I was looking heavy at a few of them. No lie, I was looking not great.
Thinking about it, I was
not looking like I look now.
I used to really. I think I don't look like the best that I look right now. But back in the, like, I used to really send some pictures. I used to really, like, I don't want to, this is going to be the one podcast that I hope no one sees. So I just put it all in one.
I hope this is the one that everybody sees.
My R-rated podcast. Yeah, I just, like, used to be super open and, like, cool about doing that. Like, it's like anyone. Like, if I met you that day, if I met a girl and then she was like, I want to, like, see the piece.
Yeah. I remember we'd be hanging out. And you'd be like, everybody would be hanging out, all a good group of friends. And you'd be like, hey guys, I'm like texting this girl or whatever, it's going well. And then like 5 minutes later, you'd be like, I just got to go to the bathroom. Yeah. You'd announce it weirdly. Yeah. And when you announce it weird like that, everybody's like, yeah, he's going to take a picture of his dick and send it to a girl. You'd be in and out in like 5 sequends still.
Yeah. I think I used to go to your, actually, I take them usually when we're here in your bathroom because your bathroom has better lighting. Yeah, I used to fire them off. I used to match with girls on like Hinge or Tinder or whatever, and like I would try to like, you know, get a sense of if they'd be down for that. I never sent it unprompted because some some people are always like especially like, you know, like girls on the internet and stuff are like sending dick pictures off all the shit. It's only when it's unprompted and not wanted.
Some of them ask for it.
Yeah, they all ask. I've only ever done it if they've asked for it. They've been like, I want to see it. I'd be like, I was hoping you would say that. And then I send it out. I launch it out. And they're like, I want a video. And I'm like, what do you want me to be doing? And then we get really into it.
The videos are crazy.
I used to send mad videos.
The videos are funny because you watch them back and then you hear yourself panting.
Yeah, the heavy breathing, the labored breathing.
That's what the captions would say, labored breathing.
Yeah. There was no captions.
Obviously. Yeah, but I put captions on the video of me jerking it.
I thought you meant like Instagram caption. I was like, I'm not posting these, bro. One of the girls I saw, actually, that girl, Emma or whatever her name is in Rochester.
What'd you say?
The girl in Rochester.
Did you just say her name before?
Yeah.
Am I going to have to go back and bleep that out?
It doesn't matter.
I'll bleep it out.
She used to put nudes on her close friend story, like for me.
Yeah, that's. Is it just you on the close friend?
That's like, I didn't know that at first. It really fucked, cause like she wasn't technically my girlfriend at the time. So
it's like weird anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Just send it directly to.
She did a lot of weird stuff, but all the weird stuff she did is like why I liked her. I was like, this girl's like insane. I was like, this is like, but I like the way that she went about. Like, you know, I kind of like when things are a little bit more complicated than they have to be.
Oh, really?
Really? She was definitely in that neighborhood of things, but I was insecure, so I never asked because I was like, I felt so lucky to even be with her that I was like, she was like, so are we gonna talk about the fact that like you saw my story and you didn't even like it? And I was like, well, yeah, like why are you posting that on there? She was like, it's just for you. It was supposed to be like a good thing. And I was like,
send it to her.
Yeah. And I was like, why are you like making me hunt this out on Instagram? It was just, I think she wanted to be like a surprise. Like I go through my Instagram and like,
that's actually honestly kind of dope. You're just chilling on Instagram. You see some titties from.
Yeah. But it freaked me out too much because I was like, okay, but there is like a nude of you on Instagram. Like
that's insane.
I'm like, I don't know for sure that it was just for me.
Yeah.
I thought you were like the biggest hoe.
What's the difference between opening up Instagram and seeing like titties on a close friend and then just like being on your phone and getting the titties in messages?
I think it's like a power move. I think it's like some weird, I don't know, because it affected me, obviously. I'm talking about it
weird.
now.
Yeah, that's weird. It's a little much. But honestly, like nowadays on Instagram, it's all fucking porn.
Yeah, I got
no matter like how hard I try, fucking I keep clicking, not interested, not interested, not interested. Instagram is like putting it in your fucking
Instagram
face.
is like, watch the porn, bro.
Watch the fucking porn. They
Gun
heard
to your
us.
head.
Yeah.
Watch the fucking porn, bro.
Like, no, not the titty jiggling.
Yeah.
Fucking. Yeah, it's awful. It's
I
all
hate
over
the
place.
facial expressions too. It's like the ones. Do you get the ones of like the mirrors and stuff?
Wait, the what?
The mirror ones where it's like,
What do you do a facial expression? I'm trying to think of some right now. All right, some of them are like,
well, some of them will be like, they'll like show, like they'll be like holding something and they'll move it, or it's like their phone and you can like see like a little bit of nipple next to it, and like in a mirror, but whenever they show the nipple part, they're always like afterwards, I'm like, what is the charade that's going on?
Yeah, right? Nobody knew this was happening.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And they always point to where it's going to be when the video starts.
Some of them are so weird. Some of them get weird. The fucking, what is it called? The Ahiago shit.
Yeah.
What is that? Who, like, that's like Reddit. You want to see that shit?
I like that shit.
What is it? What is it? An anime thing?
I'll tell you, it's just like something about I will say, all right, relax. This one, delete this podcast. I was dating I was seeing a girl for a while who did that, like live when I was like sleeping with her, and like it like blew my mind.
Was it awesome?
I like it for the weirdest thing, because it just like I had seen it in porn, and then like watching a girl do it in real life, like bridge the two things. I was like, porn has become real life.
Heaven and earth collided.
Yeah, I was like, this is crazy. It's more like hell, bro. It's like I was like, I shouldn't be here. I was like, I'm pretty sure I have porn girlfriend right now. I think of my girlfriend's watching porn. But I really think what it was is I think it's like, and this is funny. So we're going through too many topics too fast, but like
the world is our oyster.
There's a bunch of Kanye West songs about this, but it's always weird, like being with somebody new and they have a couple tricks up their sleeve that I'm like, I know that this was a request from a previous guy that he had to bring this over the line. He stormed the beaches with this idea, and I am reaping the benefits. Yeah, I'm reaping the benefits later down the line. I was like generations ago, somebody planted the seeds of you doing this face, and now I get to have it too.
You date a real hoe, you'll learn all types of shit that they've done before.
Yeah, she was doing all this stuff, and I was just like, wow. I was like, you made one guy really happy.
The jacuzzi, the ball jacuzzi thing took me by surprise. So you want to talk about the religious shit?
Yeah, I think the religion stuff is. I think. Are you doing it for the morality?
What, reading the Bible?
Yeah, or you're just like, this is just an interesting story.
Well, I mean, no. So I mean, I've been trying to be a little more religious as of recent. Like what?
This is such the juxtaposition from the ball story to
it
this.
Is, right?
Yeah, it's funny.
Right. Oh, what? All right, the fucking Vatican, the fucking kids over there, okay? I think this is tame compared to that. And Lutherans don't even give a fuck about the Vatican or the Pope. Yeah.
I feel like you just learned this the other day.
I did learn it.
Yeah, we were talking about it the other day.
I did learn it because I was looking up some shit, because like we were raised Lutheran and we went to a Lutheran church, and I was like, what is really like all the differences with I know that Lutherans, you don't have to pay your way. Like that's the big thing. You don't have to pay your way to God.
Yeah, reparations.
That's like the big thing about Lutheran, difference between Lutheran and Catholic.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I looked up some more, and yeah, apparently they're like, fuck the Pope. Who's he?
We were talking about this the other day, and you were sharing your opinions about the Pope, and I was like, well, it doesn't really matter to you anyway. And you're like, well, what do you mean? I was like, I don't think you give a shit about the Pope.
Yeah, no, I did just learn about it. I'm trying to be a little closer to God. I feel like it's a good thing. Obviously I don't buy into a lot of the stuff, a lot of the stories, and I feel like it's a good way to have sort of a moral compass, which I already have a moral compass. I know I do, but it's, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad to have religion in your life. And also, I'm not going to stop at the Bible. I'm going to read the other two as well.
What are the other two?
The Quran and the Torah.
Oh, wow. Really?
I'm going to read all 3 books just because I want to know. I want to know what everybody's got going on.
You should read them in their like native, like their original languages.
Yeah, bro. I'll get nothing from it.
Well, like learn the languages first. It could be like your life's mission.
Yeah. You were talking before how you like everything to be so complicated, unnecessarily complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I drink my coffee like this.
You could pull this off, bro.
No, I'm not that flexible.
Is there coffee in there?
No.
Okay, thank
I
God.
would never do that next to your electronics.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I want to. The Bible's obviously the one where I'm like, all right, this is the one where I'm going to pay attention to the most. But I do want to see the other. I want to read the other two just to see what's up.
Okay.
Because I got Muslim people in my life and I got Jewish people in my life, so know what's going on with them. And obviously it's a very hot topic right now.
You're going to Hot Topic?
Yeah, but I'm going to read the Bible at Hot Topic.
I went to Spencer's the other day.
Why?
I was in the mall.
Okay.
Anyways, are you going to go to a Lutheran church?
I've been thinking about it. I really want to go to the Catholic church up in Williamsburg.
Catholicism to me is the best one.
I mean, sure, whatever.
It's the best form of Christianity.
Sure, yeah. It's probably the most close, to what original Christianity was, right? I mean,
no, because I think it all stems about the Pope. I don't think they.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I do want to go to the Catholic church up in Williamsburg because it's all Italian.
Yeah.
And I just want to go where all the Italians are. But
didn't they get in trouble because they had fucking
Sabrina Carpenter? They let her record her music video in the church, and she was, Sabrina Carpenter is all about showing her pussy all over the place. So
is she?
I mean, obviously not really, but
I'm sure I'll see it on Instagram.
Yeah. You'll see all this shit on Instagram. She fucking. It's like her whole spiel is she pretends she's getting fucked on stage all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like so happy that I miss out on stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not like in tune. I'm like listening to Fleet Foxes still. I'm like years behind.
Foxes.
All right. Well, when are you going to start reading how many pages is the Bible,
A lot. A whole lot. Yeah, it's a ton. I just finished the other book I was reading, so I'm going to start probably this week. Yeah.
When does the main guy doesn't even come in till like the second half, right?
Jesus?
Yeah.
The main guy. Yeah, I wonder if the stories start getting better. Is Exodus before Jesus or after Jesus?
Before Jesus.
BC, right?
Isn't the Torah just
BC? Yeah. That's why they don't like Jesus, I guess.
Well, no, the Jews, I think
they don't even believe in Jesus.
Well, they believe he existed.
Oh, but
I think that's the thing. Is like all religions, I think, agree that Jesus existed, but I think Christianity is the one that thinks that he was the Messiah.
Yeah.
And the Jews think the Messiah is still coming.
Christianity thinks that he's like God, like kind of God, just in human form. I think something like that. Muslims don't believe that he's God at all. They believe he's a prophet.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jews don't believe he's anything of substance at all, I guess.
Got it.
Like he's false, I guess. I think that's the disagreement with Jesus.
So the Jews think we're getting a second Jesus, whereas I believe that was the Jesus.
That was just the Jesus.
Yeah, that is the one that we get.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, there's another guy.
There's another.
But I'm going to be honest. It feels like there really hasn't been a miracle in the last 2,000 years, like we were saying.
That's what I'm saying. Where's the sea splitters, bro?
It's the fridge that smells. Something in the fridge smells.
I think it's the fridge that smells too. I opened it up before and I was like, something's not good in there. I think it's chicken from Whole Foods, which is not mine. Exactly. Yeah. I know. Hey, there's only one other person in this apartment who gets chicken from Whole Foods. Yeah. It's old. It's been there a while.
I would go to confession.
Oh.
That's what I want to do.
I know you're going to confess that you left the chicken in there for a month.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do 30 Hail Marys.
Ooh, it just hit me. It
passed by me already.
Yeah.
Do you know the Hail Mary by heart?
Hail Mary.
You don't have to recite it. I'm just asking.
I don't know it.
Right.
I don't know it. I know that it's a football play and they use it at the end of the game.
You should go to church. You should. Yeah, you should do. All right, I didn't. You should read the Bible.
This chicken smell is lingering now.
Put the fan on. You hate the fan. You hate having the fan on.
I don't love the fan. I'll be honest. I don't love it.
I love it.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's a useful tool. I mean, like
I like it a lot.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm glad we
decided. You view the fan as a tool?
Yeah,
I view it as like a fun thing that we just get to have. Like the fan's not a tool for me. The fan is like a.
Okay, well, let's take you out of the equation. What is the fan in general for society? It's a tool. It's a tool to deliver cool air to us.
It would be funny if you said, let's take you out of the equation. I just disappeared.
You would get out of doing the podcast.
Yeah, that would be nice.
What are you talking about? You're not having a good time?
The wool hat is too tight and it's hurting my head.
You're looking insane.
Why? In what
You're
way?
looking straight up insane right now.
I'm
bro.
looking old recently. I'm like looking.
I don't know about old. You're looking insane.
In what way?
Do you see? Do you
No.
see this?
No.
What's going on back here?
What?
Look at the camera. Look at the.
What's going on? Oh, my bulbs, my hairline. I cover it up. I got to cover it up.
Maybe put the hat back on. Jeez, no, you don't have to if you don't want to. If you're hot in the hat,
You're mean, bro.
I mean, I turned the fan on, so maybe you'll be good. You know, you're really doing the Bushwick style, fucking the Bushwick bro hat style. Leave a little space up there.
Yeah, bro. I have to let my thoughts like linger up there. That one should have stayed up there. That thought.
Should have stayed. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good thing to be a little bit more religious and have some sort of connection to God, because I definitely, after all these like weird little signs I've been getting from the universe recently and all this weird shit that's been happening to me, I'm like, more than ever I believe that there's something out there.
I've been getting a lot of signs too. I've been on Instagram, as you know, we've been not watching porn for Lent. But Instagram has just been giving me all these signs like, no, you should be watching.
No matter how many times I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the test. That's the temptation.
Wow.
They know. They're trying to bring us over to the dark side.
Back in the day, like early high school, I used to think I felt in my heart, I was like, I have a direct connection with God. I was like,
Really?
He's shining. I was like, I'm important to him.
I
lived.
It's funny because knowing you, I know that you definitely thought that.
Yeah, I lived most of my life. I think it started fading when I was 18, but up until 18, I was like, I'm one of his favorites.
Yeah, because you're the luckiest guy of all time. You have to agree that you have crazy luck.
I'm also really handsome.
Some could say that's a lucky thing.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, I used to think that.
I've never thought that.
Yeah, well, I can see it from your point of view.
God never shining down on me.
Yeah.
God's like, we're gonna really make all of this difficult for you.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't love things being difficult, and they are. And you're like, I love things being difficult, and they never are.
So I make them.
So you make them, yeah.
Dude's
cosplaying.
I used to feel immense guilt from jerking off, probably up until I was like 16 or 17.
Really?
Yeah. I used to feel really guilty about it.
Really?
And I'm basically addicted to it.
Well, they make you feel good. They'll tell you it's like really bad, and you got to go confess that you jerked off.
That's what I want to. That's what I was going to say. That's what I want to go to confession about. I want to tell them I'm 28 years old now, so I got like 14 years of like absolutely blasting it, Father.
I feel like you just want to go to tell them that you've been jerking off. Like, put the confession thing aside. You just want to go and have like a weird little moment with the priest and be like, "Hey, bro, I've been jerking it like crazy."
Where I just tell a grown man that I don't know, who's like a man of God. I'm like,
and he has to listen.
I'm gonna be like, how many Our Fathers do I have to do for blasting it for 14 years, Father?
I've been blasting it crazy style, and sometimes I get the second hand in there to fondle the balls. He's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Do you do that?
No.
I was like, that's weird, bro.
That is weird. That's weird. That's crazy. That would be crazy. You're doing too much for yourself at that point.
What'd you say?
You're doing too much for yourself at
if
that
you
point.
do that, if anyone does that, never tell me. I don't ever want to know.
That's insane.
That's just like one of those personal things I should know. Don't ever tell me you're getting the other hand involved.
Two-handed jerking off is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's devious. There's something.
This is a crazy intersection between jerking off and like faith and God. Like,
well, I mean, it's like,
it is like a thing, and he talks about it, right?
It's
in
like,
the book, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's like,
they say you're not supposed to do it, right?
Yeah.
So he talks about it in the book.
I think porn and I think weed and I think jerking off all lead to the degradation of the mind and spirit.
I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that. I don't think it's like complete degradation, but like everything in moderation.
Yeah.
Although I just don't think porn is good. I don't think porn is good. No reason for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is so funny that it's like only really like, obviously I think there's always been it, but it hasn't been in the way that it is now. We are living through an awful time.
We're living, best time for porn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which would be the most awful time for society.
Yeah, for the soul.
Yeah. 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 Nobody had access to this.
I wish we could go back to like Seinfeld era. So bad.
You think they didn't have porn in Seinfeld era?
I think they had the correct amount. I think you had to like go buy a magazine in public. That's how it should be.
Is that how did it start for you? Because that's how it started for me. I was at my uncle's house in Florida, and he had magazines in his bathroom, and I was like, wow. I was like,
magazine. I got my start on magazines too.
Yeah. I'm all alone in this bathroom right now.
Actually, since we're doing just, the worst. I don't want to show my feet on camera.
For free? Showing the dogs for free?
So since we're talking about like all of the worst topics.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how I started watching porn.
Okay.
So yeah, there was the magazines. There was a bunch in my mom's closet, which I never really questioned, but there was a stack of them. And I thought it was weird. But I would sneak in there and I'd like look at them and I'd just like, I'd be like, this is awesome. I didn't know what to do because I was like, young. I was sitting there just being like, I can't get enough of looking at this.
Yeah.
Years later, I found out she was like, oh, like, because I was like, at a certain point when I got to a certain age, I was like, why does my mom have like a stack of porno magazines in her fucking closet? That's so weird. Yeah. My Uncle Jeff used to live with us.
Oh.
And then he left them there, but she was too embarrassed to throw them out. She was like, the thought of people seeing it in the garbage can stressed me out so much that she just had a stack in her. And it came up like, she was like, yeah, I was cleaning out my closet the other day. I have to get rid of this like a porn stack I forgot about in there. The thing is, she was saying that, not knowing. I was like, yeah, I know it's in there. Yeah. I was like, I know very well where it is.
It's also like funny, like who's looking through your garbage like that? Just put a bunch of banana peels or something on top of it.
Yeah, my mom's Donkey Kong.
You imagine the garbage person going to your house and fucking it's a garbage bag filled with banana peels and they take it out and at the bottom is a huge stack of magazines.
Yeah.
It's like this is the weirdest way to hide something of all time. I feel like that would entice the person to be like, I gotta find out what's in these magazines.
They literally would be like, Donkey Kong lives here and he loves porn.
What if they have to report that kind of thing? It's like, a huge bag of banana peel and then 16 what is it, Playboy magazine. Yeah.
You think the garbage men would report anything?
No.
I think anything short of a body, they're not reporting it.
I'm going to say something. Garbage men usually are pretty stand-up citizens.
Yeah, they're good guys.
I've known a few. I know one really bad garbage man who's like did some horrible shit. But I've met a lot of other garbage men who like nice guys, good guys.
Are you like going up to them when they're on the trolley? How do you meet them?
I've met a few on site when they come by. You chat it up for a second. How you doing? And yeah, they're just fucking. It's a job that no one wants to do, and it pays really well.
It doesn't pay like 80 G's, 90 G's or something.
I think
like that.
A little more than that, honestly.
Wow.
Yeah, I think after that, like, bro, you're carrying garbage all day. They go home stinking like garbage.
Me too.
You're not even getting paid for it.
Yeah, I'm just living. I do think they're pretty noble dudes. I feel like they're one of like the guys that are just like, I have to provide for my family, and this is how I'm going to do it.
This is how I'm going to do it. Yeah, they wake up early and they get on those trucks. And honestly, like standing on the back of those trucks,
awesome.
Gotta be awesome.
Yeah, I think about it.
That's got to be like one of the perks. You just get to ride on the back of that thing. Fucking, yeah. Not bad.
That is awesome.
And you get a good arm workout all day, too. Yeah, fucking throwing the bags in and holding up the cans and shit.
Yeah.
Although nowadays, the trucks, they just roll up and
they have
lift
the arm
them
thing.
up. Yeah. Well, this is it. The robot's taking over.
Yeah, I wonder what happens when the robots will take over.
You wonder what happened?
Yeah.
I think we're
like in the transition period for right now.
It's going to start with universal basic income, but it's going to get to a point where depopulation happens like crazy. We're going to start having sex with robots. 100%.
Some people already do.
Some people already do.
Fleshlight.
Yeah. The guy with the fleshlight. Yeah.
I'm never taking anybody's used robot.
There's going to be a used robot market out there.
Yeah. Ew, that sucks.
Yeah. I think we're going to start off with universal basic income, and life's going to be actually pretty awesome for a while because robots are going to be doing a lot of shit, and everybody's just going to want to live how they live. But then like, there's going to be too many robots, massive depopulation, massive like wealth inequality, even more so than there is now. And that's how it kind of all ends. Maybe. I don't know. What do I know?
Damn.
Damn.
I'm depressed now. We've reached the depressing part of the episode.
Depression part of the episode. I love how you look there as if like that's where the camera is, kind of thing.
I do keep thinking that's where the camera is. What is it? Hello, Timmy.
Hello, Timmy. Yeah, Timmy and Russian.
Yeah.
Spetsnaz. I'm gonna read the Bible, see how it goes. I think it'll be good. Yeah, and maybe start going to church a little more this summer.
I wouldn't mind going to church. Are you going to make your kids go to church?
I mean,
are you going to like make them go to Sunday school or like after school stuff?
I think it's good to learn a little something. I don't know if I'm going to be like so strict with it. Like we got to go every Sunday. We got to go to, but like, like maybe I'm going to get them baptized. I want to get them, confirmation, all that shit, so that way they're in, at least you're in, you get baptized and confirmed you're in.
That's what my dad did. He was like not very. We did the minimum amount.
Yeah.
I went to the minimum amount of classes, communion, baptism, communion, confirmation.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know really anything about it, but my parents did it for me, and I'm going to do it for you, and that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad made us go to church a lot growing up.
Really?
Oh yeah. We went to church every Sunday for quite a few years.
Which is crazy because your dad like scams you. Like scammed you out of money and shit.
It's always that guy, right? It's like yeah, it was. I didn't love church. I mean, I went to fucking confirmation class at church, and we would go every once a week or whatever, and we would just goof off in there. Like we didn't really belong in there. My brother, no, I went up there and I like tried to convince all of the students that I was Jesus. Everybody thought it was hilarious except for the pastor.
Yeah, I bet. It's like literal blasphemy.
It is blasphemy.
It's like one of the sins.
I went up there and they were like, "Can you read the scripture?" And the scripture had like Jesus talking in it. And as I was talking, I like started to really get into it. And then at some point, I stopped reading it and I put my hands out and I went, "I'm Jesus," and everybody laughed. Pastor did not laugh.
Yeah,
Pastor,
you're doing a mortal sin live in real time.
Pretend to be Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, and then another time we were at like a parents and students thing, and they were teaching us about what it is to go to church. And this was like funny because it's contradictory to the whole Lutheran thing. The pastor said, she was like, and you have to give to the church. So when the donation bucket comes around, you put like $5 in or $10 in. And then at the end, she said, "Does anybody have any question?" And I raised my hand. My dad was already worried. He looked at me. I raised my hand and I was like, "We have to give? We have to give money?" And pastor was like, "Yeah, you have to give money." And I was like, "Why?" And my dad fucking slapped me. And she was like, "Because it's good to give to the church." And she was not happy about, my dad wasn't happy about that either.
Bet.
I embarrassed everybody. I embarrassed.
You're supposed to give what, like 10%? It's like a rule of the church. You're supposed to give like 10% of all of your income is supposed to go to the church.
With Lutherans, you give if you can and you want to.
Want to know what's funny?
What?
If you're in Germany, and when you like go to live in Germany and you go to like sign up for taxes and all that stuff, they ask you what your religion is.
They ask you what your religion is?
Yeah. If you put Christian, they dock 10% of your pay.
No fucking way.
Yeah, the government does it. They're like, "We'll do it for you. Don't worry." It's like a tax that you pay.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So some people think they're answering the religious question with like, like it doesn't really matter. This is just like for like a census type thing. Yeah. No, it's like real. They're like, they look at that and they're like, "Okay, we'll do it for you. We'll take 10% out." Or maybe they do 8%, but they do something.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so when I was there with the person I knew that was there, she had put no religion because she just didn't want them to know that she was Muslim.
Right.
And then they told her, like her roommates were like, "Thank God that you put no religion," because they take that really seriously. It's like I think they would have docked if she was Muslim too, but like a different percent.
Holy shit.
So
that's crazy. And like, what is like, you go to church and like, are they asking for donations too?
I don't know. I never went to a German church. I went to a lot of bars.
That's church in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
Off topic, I'll make it quick. I like when they name bars like other things. So you get to be like in upstate, there's a bar called the Airport.
The airport?
Yeah, and everyone goes, I'm going to the airport.
Yeah.
And we're
Bicycle repair shop.
Yeah. Ooh, no.
I'm saying like that like could be one.
Yeah.
You know? Some of them have like weird names.
My boss used to always make that joke. Be like, we'd always be like, some people would show up, be like, sorry, I was in another meeting. And he went, is another meeting the name of the bar you like? It's not the
Not
best
bad.
joke, but it's not.
It's not bad, honestly.
And I'm telling it live to everybody now. I'm stealing jokes. All right, when are you going to go to church or read your book?
I'm going to start reading the book this week.
Okay.
Yeah, and then going to church, we'll see. We'll see the first Sunday we wake up not hungover. And we'll see if we can make it, you know?
I think we should. I don't know how I'm in it now, but I think we should go hungover. And I think we should.
Honestly, not bad.
And I think we should be like really. I get like really. I think emotional and very transparent when I'm hungover.
Oh,
how do you feel about it?
When I'm hungover?
Yeah,
I don't feel too much like that.
Really?
Well, I don't get hungover like you get hungover. You know?
I get hungover.
Yeah. I just kind of wake up and I rise and grind and.
I'm still rising and grinding. Well, maybe not today.
I get to get into it.
Let's
bro.
never disrespect the rise and grind.
No, I know. I'm playing. Fucking, I get to get into it. You know?
I love being hungover sometimes.
Yeah.
I've told you that before.
Yeah, no, I know.
I get really I feel really emotional when I'm hungover.
That's why I want to record the podcast on a Sunday morning when you're like at your peak hungover. I feel like you'll just let the reins loose. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I have been so far.
Yeah, we've been talking about jerking it crazy style most of this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it shouldn't be such a big part of my life.
It's not really a big part of your life. It's only the part that we're talking about right now.
Feels like it's a big part of my life.
It's funny. The part of every man's life, honestly, at some point. Big part.
Unless you die young.
Unless you die young. If you die young, like dying without having ever had sex sucks. I wonder if there's another level to it where it's like dying before you ever jerk off is like.
Yeah.
That also kind of sucks.
Okay. We're going down a not a good path.
Yeah, we're going down a crazy path right now.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even want to delete this. Edit this out.
I'm not going to edit it out.
If you have a 10-year-old son and he's dying of leukemia, do you think you're going to be like, you should learn that what blasting your shit is before you die? I'm not wishing this on anybody, and let's just
also,
let's skip
You're
over.
Talking about the guy, is the guy coming in and there's a weird situation you painted.
Do you think that's
here.
something the doctor should do? Like a Make-A-Wish thing.
Get him a fleshlight for Christmas.
You don't got to go that far, but tell him I don't know. Let's talk about something else.
You want to talk about F1?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, let's talk about F1. Get our minds off.
I'm actually sad that we don't have a race to watch today.
Oh my god, me too. Watching a race today hungover would have been perfect.
Would have been perfect.
Would have been perfect.
Even though the MotoGP was on, but I'm just not feeling the MotoGP.
MotoGP is like bike stuff.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah, you don't care.
I just don't want to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're hating on bikes, especially these days.
I am. I'm really bike hating.
Yeah,
I really care more about
asking
cars.
you to get one. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it would be cool if there was a F1 race on today, but honestly, I guess it's good that Yuki's got 2 weeks to prepare.
Yeah, but I mean, does he? Because they only get limited practice time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, isn't it
they can't take the cars out in these? Why?
Because it's the rules. Everyone gets the same amount of practice time. Everybody's I was talking about this with Ami the other day. I genuinely like that F1 imposes all of these weird rules just to make it harder.
Yeah.
You want to be the best in the world? Okay. What if you only had 2 days to ever drive the car before we test you?
Yeah.
It's okay, how much what is the minimum amount of time required for you to become the best in the world?
Let's aim for that. Pretty crazy.
Yeah. And they're what if you had to make a new car every year? Fuck it. Oh, you're the best this year? Remake the car next year. And in 4 years, in 6 years, I forget if it's 4 or 6 years, every 4 to 6 years, we're going to change the rules completely for what's allowed. And you have to redesign.
It is cool that they keep it fresh.
Yeah.
It is cool that they keep it fresh. Where are they racing in Japan?
Yeah, in Japan. Which is really big for him, obviously, because...
For Yuki?
He's being sponsored by Honda.
Yeah.
So Japanese companies paying to have him on the
be-
team.
yeah.
They're racing with a Honda engine, and
Yeah.
his first race is going to be in Japan. It's going to be a really. I hope that the weekend goes really well for Yuki.
Top headline on Sunday is Liam Lawson jumps off a bridge after Yuki Tsunoda places fourth in the Red Bull.
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I do not like Yuki Tsunoda.
When we watched him on Drive to Survive, I didn't like him. Like when he was first starting out, I feel like he was a little too hot headed.
Yeah.
I don't mind him nowadays. I feel like maybe he's putting a little more effort into it, and now that he realizes that he's like kind of a talent a little bit, you know.
Yeah, I do think he was just immature in the beginning. I think he was really immature. I also don't like this. This is something. So my friend Jacob, I love Jacob, big fan of him. One of the things that I learned from him, and I've seen in other people, and I saw this with Ivy too, especially people that are from China or
Japan,
Taiwan.
Is Yuki Tsunoda from?
No, he's from Japan. But I mean, like, I'm just talking about the Asian region. But
Asian culture.
I only know these two specific places.
Okay, yeah.
Like love talking. They don't love talking about that, but they very openly talk about pooping. Like they're very
pooping.
Yeah, pooping about poop.
Me too.
Yeah.
Am I Chinese?
Yeah,
I might be Chinese, honestly.
But no, they love talking about pooping. They're very open talking about like their poop.
Interesting.
And Yuki was open about talking about his poop too. He talked about it on the show.
Yeah.
It's one of those things I learned from Jacob that he was like, yeah, just in those, like in that culture, it's like fine to talk about poop. So it's like Jacob and the other girl I was dating whose parents were from there, like any like parents, like any people I knew that had immigrant parents from China.
Yeah.
Always, it's like it was like cool seeing the pattern of like at some point they all talked about poop.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh yeah, it's like not a banned topic for us. You could just talk about it normal. Everyone does it. And I was like, I know.
It's not a banned topic here either. But
yeah, but you like you
it's
know
taboo.
we're very like we're closer. I think like they talked about it more openly. Where I'm like, whoa, there's like other people around. Let's not talk about poop, right? You know, like
yeah, we've never sat in the diner and I'm like, I got to blast out a shit in a few minutes.
Yeah,
we've never been down that road. Interesting. So you don't like that he does that?
No, I don't like that he does
okay.
it. The way that they talk about it is different.
I don't understand what you're talking
it's
about.
getting racist.
Be a little racist. What is it?
No, it's not racist.
Yeah.
It's just
It never is.
I think that the way that they talk about it, like, is just different. I think it's just I don't like the.
Do they have more respect for the poop?
They have less.
Oh, less respect for the poop.
Yeah, but like it's not like I don't know. I'm gonna take these thoughts back into the head and try to figure them out.
Can we just divert from the F1 thing for 1 second? I found out about some shit they do in like Dubai and Abu Dhabi that like these oil sheiks fucking these real rich one, they do things called porta potty parties where the models, they have these models, they come to like the top of these fucking skyscrapers and they pay them hundreds of thousands of dollars and they shit on their chest. And that's the whole thing. And these fucking oil sheiks, these God-fearing Muslims, they shit on models' chest.
Wait, they shit on the model or the model shits on them?
No, they shit on the model. They shit on their chest.
Which is funny because I'm like, when it was them getting shit on in my head, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But now that I learned they're like, I'm like, oh, okay, like I can see it as like
100% a power move.
Yeah, it's like a sick, twisted,
It's
like you're
so
beneath
sick.
me type thing.
Sick in a bad way.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
Do you see The Brutalist?
Did I see The Brutalist?
Yeah.
No. Why? It has some.
There's something similar along those lines.
No, I don't need to see The Brutalist.
Not exactly.
That's
like
weird.
That. It's not that. It's not shitting.
Oh, it's not
It's
shitting
like
on the
another
chair?
power thing. It's another power thing.
Another weird thing like that.
Yeah.
Probably getting pissed on.
No.
Oh.
You want to guess?
Do I want another guess?
Yeah.
Like foot, something with the feet?
No.
Okay, all right, tell me. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I hope that George Russell goes to Cadillac.
George Russell to Cadillac? I think George Russell is going to be in for a big surprise when fucking look at you got the little dog sticking out in the corner there. George Russell goes to Cadillac and fucking Verstappen's going to go to Mercedes, and that's going to be the biggest shock of 2026. Or Checo Perez goes to fucking Cadillac, George Russell goes nowhere, and Max Verstappen goes to Mercedes.
I don't want Checo to come back. I don't want Sergio Perez to come back because you like him, right?
I don't dislike him.
I don't like him.
Why?
I think he just did one thing in one episode when we first got introduced to him, and I was just like, screw this guy.
I honestly think he's probably like one of the better Red Bull drivers.
Yeah, I mean, he did do well for a while.
Yeah.
Alex Albon.
What?
Alex Albon, like to this day, is making a case for why he was actually like one of the better seconds to Max.
Wasn't he on Racing Bulls?
No, he was on Red Bull.
He was on Red Bull?
Yeah.
Alex Albon?
Yeah.
When?
He got promoted when they got rid of.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah.
I think it was right before they got Perez.
I remember
And
this.
they dropped him and they sent to, and then he went to Williams. And now he's been at Williams ever since.
And he didn't do a good job, right?
No, but the thing is what he said. I mean, there's a podcast with it. He says that if you look at the times between him and Max, he was actually closer than everybody else. But his positions were worse. But Max's positions were worse too.
Yeah.
So he was like, I was coming in 14th, but Max was coming in 4th or 5th.
Right.
And then when he was coming in first, I probably would have been coming in like 9th. That's what he says.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think they're looking for somebody to come in second.
First and second. They're looking for podiums.
Yeah. It is so strange. It is like, I am really interested. I can't wait for the Japanese Grand Prix because I'm so interested to see how Liam Lawson does in the Racing Bulls car and how Yuki Tsunoda does in the Red Bull car, because I want the question answered of like, is it the car?
It is going to be answered. Is it the car?
Yeah.
It's 100%. I think that Liam Lawson is going to do fantastic in the Racing Bulls car or whatever it's called now. And I think Yuki Tsunoda is going to, truthfully, I think he's going to do a little better than Liam Lawson, but not so much better.
Yeah.
I think that he's not going to meet what they want out of it, And yeah, it's got to be the car. Fucking Toto Wolff wasn't lying, like you were saying.
Yeah.
That Perez says the car is shit.
He was like, Sir, Perez has been saying your car is shit. Fix your fucking car.
Yeah, fucking, what is the meme? It's like, the car's a shit box. Always has been.
Yeah. So this is an interesting, like a scenario that I've seen online.
Yeah.
What if, I don't think they're going to do it, but this would be a big shocker.
Yeah.
What if they put Max on the Racing Bulls team?
Max on the, why would they do that?
Because they think that I've been seeing online that they genuinely think the Racing Bulls car is better than the Red Bull car this year.
It's crazy. Like they developed them separately too.
Apparently. Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking, who's the other guy? Isaac Hadja?
Yeah.
He didn't do too bad, I don't think, this past race in the sprint.
For what they're saying, for how good Hadjar and Yuki Tsunoda are supposed to be, they're saying like if we put Max in that car, Max might like really be first.
They should do
just
it.
Like, why not? Just do it.
Just to see it. Yeah.
At least
it's the same thing as like in UFC when I want them to put like fucking Cyril Gane against two like lightweights. And
yeah.
You know what I mean? But same thing. They should just do this shit just to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll learn like if the car is shit or not.
I wonder what they would do though. Like, do you think that do you think Racing Bulls could become the main Red Bull team?
Could. Why not? Maybe just for this season.
Do you think Christian Horner would kill himself?
Christian Horner would be fucking pissed. But I think he's probably in charge of Racing Bulls as well, as a whole.
I'm pretty sure their principal is Helmut Marko, that like really...
I thought Helmut Marko is in charge of everything. Like, I thought he was Mr. Red Bull. Don't be looking at text right now. You fucking... I know how it goes, bro.
I was on Instagram. I was on Instagram.
You went like this. You're like, oh, somebody said something. Yeah. I think Helmut Marko is like Mr. Red Bull.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's like the top
I'm pretty
guy.
sure him and Christian Horner. Oh, I was learning about this actually, that Christian Horner was like Helmut Marko, is like the top guy, but he used to be like Christian, the old CEO of Red Bull or whatever, used to love Christian Horner. But now the new one likes Helmut Marko more. So it's like Helmut Marko is like gaining more power or something like that. I read something about it.
The devil's losing his grip.
Yeah.
The devil's losing his grip and he's losing his demon.
Yeah. Yeah, he is losing his demon. If he loses Max Verstappen, that'll be crazy.
It'll be crazy.
I want Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. I want them both to be in winning cars.
I want them both to be in the same car to see truly who is the GOAT. But also I saw that like Lewis Hamilton has so many more wins than Max Verstappen.
Yeah, but he's been in F1 for way longer than Max Verstappen.
Yeah, that's true.
He's been in it.
I forget that Lewis Hamilton's old as fuck.
He's like 40-something.
Yeah, black don't crack.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude,
he
does look young.
Yeah, he does look very good. Who was I was watching an interview with, I think it was Albon, or maybe it was Stroll. I forget who was. But they were saying, no, it was Yuki Tsunoda.
Oh, okay.
He got inspired to enter F1 and like start his racing career
because of
Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's how long Lewis Hamilton has been racing.
It is also mad funny how like you look at what's his name? You look at Fernando Alonso and you're like, oh yeah, he's 40 something.
Yeah, and Lewis Hamilton's like the same age, and Lewis Hamilton looks like 25.
Alonso's looking weathered, bro.
Yeah, he looks
looking
stressed out.
Yeah, I think he's probably whenever his contract is done with Aston Martin.
Yeah, I think he's finally out.
Yeah. I mean, he's also not doing amazing in Aston Martin right now.
Yeah,
and they're never going to get rid of Stroll.
Yeah,
which is crazy. Stroll could do terribly, and they'll never get rid of him.
Yeah, it's like the whole thing.
Yeah, he's there for money. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah,
you think it should be that way? Or you think like the best driver should actually be there?
No, I think the best driver realistically should be there. But I like get it. I get like I want my son to race to the team, and the son. I mean, it's like Stroll actually has points this year.
Yeah,
so
it's true. If I had the money, I would fucking whatever my kid's dream was. If I have the money to make it happen, I'm gonna make it happen.
I'm gonna give my kid a coat that
You're gonna give him a coat,
a mildly ugly coat.
That's the dreams.
Unfashionable. So let's make some predictions, driver. It's funny.
I like predictions.
I'm excited for what they call silly season, where like
silly season,
where all the drivers sign their new contracts. You know that they call it silly season.
No, I don't know what silly season is.
Which is funny because they talk about it in the show. And it's one of those things where it's like it's like a real thing. They call it silly season.
Right.
It's a period of time when all the drivers are like are expected to sign their new contracts for the next year. And it's like formally known as silly season.
Okay.
And I just knew that you never knew that.
Okay. It's like a weird way of putting it. Is there some sort of like power play here?
No, that's not like we were just like both watching the show.
Yeah.
And we've never used the term. We've never said it to each other.
Talked about silly season.
Yeah, and I was like, he doesn't know that it's like the formal term is silly season.
All right.
Because we just never talked about it.
Okay. All right.
Anyways.
I might have known about it.
Did you?
Not this particular time, no.
Yeah. I'm excited for silly season. I'm excited for the drama of it. I would love to see Max Verstappen in a winning car. I would love to see...
What are we making predictions on right now?
Let's do driver lineups.
For this race in Japan.
No, for the next season, for 2026.
For next season, we're doing just predictions already?
We were doing them before.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Okay.
All right, let's rein it in.
What?
Let's rein it in then.
Let's do Japan. What we think is going to happen in Japan. What are our predictions for this Sunday?
I hope that Ferrari figures out their issues with the ride height.
I'm sure they will.
From what I read, I read like an article from a guy who I don't know as a trusted source, but he was like, these issues are what I think they are. This is not something they can fix.
Really?
But I think that's a hating quitter's attitude. And I think Ferrari hopefully can do it. I think thing is one day we'll be good enough about like F1 to talk about like the McLarens handle well in the heat. So I expect this. So, but I don't really know that.
Yeah.
I think I'm hoping Oscar Piastri. I'm going to tell you something. I'm fully for Oscar Piastri beating Lando Norris every time. I want it to happen.
Okay.
Something about me is I'm just like slowly turning against Lando Norris.
Yeah.
For no real reason.
You're just a hater because
I think he's like there's just like some sense of entitlement that comes from him that I don't really like seeing.
Yeah, I get it.
And it's just like
a lot of them have that entitlement though. A lot of the drivers.
Yeah. But I don't know why I have such a bone to pick with Lando having it.
Yeah.
So I think Oscar's gonna I think both of them are gonna be I think
1 and 2.
Yeah, no, I don't think 1 and 2. I think Lando's going to fall back. I think he's going to come in like 4th.
Okay.
And I think we'll probably have Lewis Hamilton in the top 3. And I think it's going to be Piastri, Hamilton, Verstappen, Lando Norris, top 4. And then maybe Charles Leclerc in 5th.
Really?
Yeah.
And no George Russell anywhere to be seen?
Oh, shit. You're right. Yeah, I think George Russell actually, I could see him coming in 3rd again, honestly.
I think
what I said is one of the lineups that happened basically. And continue.
I think the top 3 is going to be, I don't know the order, but I think it's going to be Piastri, Norris, and then either Hamilton or Russell for 3rd or 4th.
You don't think Leclerc is going to come up?
No, I think Hamilton might start to pull through. I could be wrong, but I think in the next few spots, you're going to see Verstappen, Leclerc, and maybe one of the Racing Bulls drivers, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Isaac Hadjar.
I don't think Isaac Hadjar.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, because now you have Liam Lawson going down to. You might see Yuki Tsunoda up there. I think one of my predictions. I think Yuki Tsunoda is going to be in the points.
Okay, want to go through point scores?
Points, yeah. Who's going to be in the points? I think that Yuki Tsunoda is going to be in the points. I think that a Haas car is going to be in the points.
Which Haas?
I think Oliver Bierman.
I think that as well.
Yeah, Oliver Bierman probably in the points. Yeah, what the fuck is that? Why'd you make that face, bro?
Because I just I just wanted to.
I can't even recreate it.
Just like
These are the faces they do on the Instagram porn thing.
Yeah. They're like.
Yeah, Oliver Bierman in the points. God bless him.
It's such a good day. Okay, so yeah, I think Oliver Bierman. I think so. Verstappen's going to be in the points. Both Ferraris in the points. Both honestly, both Mercedes, both Ferraris, both McLarens. That's 6. That's 6 already. And then Verstappen, that's 7. So we really only have, and that's 3.
I think one of the Haas cars.
So that's
one of the Racing Bulls cars.
And then okay, so that means one more person in the points. I know who I'm going to say.
I don't know. It's not going to be Aston Martin. I think it could be the second Racing Bull car. It could be Liam Lawson, honestly.
I think it's going to be Alex Albon.
With the
Williams, I think he's going to be in the points.
I keep forgetting that. I'm so upset that Carlos Sainz is not doing well.
Yeah. But he didn't say he was going to do well. He said he expected Williams to come in 5th this season. Like as
Which not bad for William.
Yeah, he was like, we're aiming for 5th, and he was
but like he's not even in the points yet.
Yeah, I know. But he was like, he said, which is funny because the same day, you know how some people were like, all the just Drive to Survive dudes like saw like when they did testing, Carlos Sainz went fastest one day, and we were like, Sainz is up, Sainz is back.
Like Sainz is top guy. Yeah.
And then on Reddit, they made fun of like, all the fucking Drive to Survive guys think that Sainz is going to be the fastest this year.
Yeah.
Carlos Sainz came out that day or the next day, and he did an interview, and they were like, what do you think? Everyone's saying, like, everybody's cheering behind you. Everyone's like getting, like, you know, they're really excited for you. They're giving their support. And he was like, don't expect me to be the fastest guy this year. He was like, we are aiming for 5th. He was like, whatever you're seeing from testing, it is going to translate to us being 5th. He was like, do not expect me to be winning races.
We fell into that trap pretty early on.
Even Carlos Sainz was like, no.
We got excited for sure. Yeah. I mean, would be dope. But yeah, no, he's not doing as well as I was hoping he would.
Who do you think is going to win the Drivers' World Championship?
Drivers' World Champion, the whole thing?
Yeah, this year.
I think Lando Norris.
You think Lando Norris?
I do think Lando Norris. I think that they're positioning him to be the guy. Unless Piastri does phenomenal these next few races and blows him out of the water, then Lando Norris.
I think it's going to be Piastri. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I want Ferrari to win the Constructors. I want Verstappen to win the Drivers' World Champion.
Yeah.
I want him to go all the way to 8.
I like Verstappen.
Yeah.
I don't think he's bad. I wish he wasn't racing on Red Bull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like him as much as I like him.
I don't dislike him, but I don't like him as much as you like him. I just like he's a fucking beast.
Yeah,
he's an absolute beast. He's an amazing driver.
It's crazy. I mean,
you want to know what it is? Is like you can honestly, you don't have to spend that much money. I did it. It's like you can spend money to get rid of a lisp.
Okay.
Yeah. And he should do it.
Does he have a lisp?
Are you kidding me? Max
English
Verstappen
isn't his first language. I'm sure he sounds fine in his native language.
He's like, I love racing. It's so much fun. I'm like, get rid of that shit, bro. I don't want to see you talk anymore. This is my gripe with Max Verstappen.
I can't believe
this. Like, you can get rid of a lisp. That's why I keep saying this, and you keep brushing it off. You can get rid of a lisp pretty easily. You can go to a speech therapist and they'll do it. I did it. I used to have a lisp when I was like 7. And now I can pronounce 7.
7.
7.
I'm really happy I never had a lisp.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't like him because of his lisp.
Realistically, I don't love Red Bull. That's what it is. Realistically, I don't love Red Bull. I think that they do, in fact, have a shit car.
I'm trying to think.
Put him in the Mercedes.
I would love to see him in a Mercedes.
Give Toto Wolff what he deserves.
Yeah, I would love to see him in a Mercedes. I would love to see Toto Wolff. I would love to see the drama between Christian Horner and
Toto Wolff would love that shit.
I would love to see. I'm trying to think. I'm going to be honest. I want somebody to take Lando Norris's McLaren seat. I know
he signed like a multi-year.
Yeah, I know he's not going to do it. I understand that he's going to be on that team for a while. I don't think that he's the best suited for the car. I think that the McLaren is obviously the fastest car on the track right now.
Yeah.
I think I would love to see one of there are 2 drivers right now that are currently in like the greatest driver of all time debate.
Yeah.
I would love for them to just always be in the fastest car. Honestly,
obviously, but it doesn't work out that way all the time.
I would love my dream scenario. We're just doing dream scenarios.
Sure.
My dream scenario, Ferrari has the fastest car by a country mile.
Yeah.
And they sign Hamilton and Verstappen. And we get to see a season of just these 2 dudes duking it out in the fastest cars.
I think that'd be fucking awesome too. Never going to happen though.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like Lando Norris isn't my favorite driver or anything, but I don't think you should discount him. He's a good driver.
Yeah,
he
he's
nearly won the championship last year, and he won them the constructors last year.
Mm.
You know, he's not a bad driver.
I think Piastri's going to beat him.
Was Piastri on their team last year?
Yes.
And how did he do? I forget.
He did well.
He did well
enough. I think he came in like 5th or 6th in the overall rankings.
Yeah.
But he's doing better this year.
I think that you just shouldn't discount Lando Norris. I think he's a good driver. I don't like he's not my favorite. I don't love him so much.
Who is your favorite?
Honestly, it is Carlos Sainz.
Yeah.
I really like Carlos Sainz.
He's a really great guy.
He's a really great guy. He's a good driver. And like Williams is a cool fucking team.
Yeah.
You know? Carlos Sainz. And I really wish for him to do better. And too bad. It's too bad what happened. You know, he's fucking in a shit car.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
it's really
Williams
unfortunate
is in a shit car.
But when he said he was like, we're looking forward to 2026. He was like, I joined Williams because of what they're going to do in 2026.
Crazy that they're doing this far in advance. Like, wow.
There are some teams, Williams, I think, is one of them. I think Aston Martin is another, that are just have forsaken the 2025 season.
Wow.
And are focusing entirely on 2026.
Yeah. I mean, you got Cadillac coming in. Gonna be a change.
It is. I cannot wait for Cadillac to be in.
We got into F1 at the perfect time.
Yeah, really great
I think
time.
it was calculated by the overlords, F1 overlords. I think it was calculated for Americans to start getting into F1.
Yeah, well, the Netflix show has like apparently like quadrupled the amount of people watching F1.
Up. Yeah. I wonder what it is. I think people are starting to realize that maybe it's just like a good sport, actually.
Yeah. I think it was just the way that they have to, the way, like, you know, that it's ingested.
Yeah. Well, how do you get Americans into fucking anything? You bring the drama.
Yeah. You put it on Netflix. I'll watch.
What?
You put it on Netflix. I'll watch.
Yeah. Put it on Netflix and you got good drama in there. Yeah. We're fucking watching. Yeah. So this in Japan, I think I don't know if you're going to see Verstappen in the top 3, but either 3rd or 4th. But definitely both McLarens and either a Mercedes or a Ferrari.
I wish that Verstappen I want to see him bring out his full potential. It is like, you know.
Verstappen?
Yeah.
I think he is bringing out his full potential.
Yeah, but I want him to be in a car that, like, you know, can perform at the same level that he does.
Yeah, I mean, he was. The Red Bull car was pretty good at some points, you know, for him to fucking win championships.
Yeah, I mean, there was that year that he won like 19 out of 21 races. Yeah. 19 out of 21 races he won.
Demon, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Alex Albon, I think, was he was giving an interview where he was like, when Verstappen's behind you, it's different than any. He was like, he said, quote unquote, when Verstappen's behind you, it's not a question of if he's going to pass you, it's just when is he going to pass me?
Yeah, he's always going to pass you.
Let's think about,
except for if you're one of the McLaren drivers.
Yeah. Let's talk about the other teams. Kick Sauber's
becoming Audi.
Yes, they have Bortoleto and they have Hülkenberg. They're doing very poor. They're last.
First race, what's his name? Hülkenberg. He gained like 10 places in the first race. Granted that there was some accidents, but he did gain 10 places.
Yeah, didn't like 6 people?
Like 4 people, I think, crashed. No, maybe 6. Yeah.
Okay.
But also, Kimi Antonelli gained 10 places too, and it's seen as a win
Kimi
for him.
Antonelli is crazy.
Kimi
Kimi Antonelli is
Antonelli's
another one where they're thinking he might be like another generational talent.
I think he's going to be a generational driver, and he's Italian.
Yeah,
Let's get him on Ferrari.
Yeah. Him and Leclerc on Ferrari.
Yeah, it's a good team.
You never asked me who my favorite driver was.
Oh, I didn't. You're right. Who is your favorite driver?
Yes.
It's Leclerc.
No.
Oh.
It was Leclerc.
It's Verstappen.
No.
Oh. Is it Carlos Sainz too?
No.
Okay, I did 3. Now tell me.
George Russell.
Oh my fucking God! I forgot how much you love George Russell.
George Russell is just goofy.
I can't stand George Russell.
So cool.
When fucking Zhao, whatever his name is, crashed in the Alfa Romeo.
Yeah.
And George Russell pulls over and runs over to him. The run that he did put me off.
It's so cool. Everything about it. I think he's cool. I think
it was awful. It put me off. I was like, "What is that run? That's a fake run. You're not even like running with any urgency. You're running like for show right now."
It's so 100%.
I can't.
He might as well have been doing this like when he was
the time that he won and he was like crying because he was so happy he won when he was in Williams. Like, okay, I can respect that. Like, I like that when that happened because it shows that like you're actually invested in this sport. Yeah. I don't think he's a bad driver, but like he's weird. He's a weird guy, you know?
He's awesome. He's great. I think he's so it feels like he's very genuine. He's like a really genuine guy.
Really?
Yeah.
You feel that?
I feel like he's really genuine. Like what we see is like really him. I think that he is, again, I don't know him at all. Like I've never met him. I don't know. I've only seen a couple clips of him and I'm gathering all of this information. I think that he is genuine. I think that he's kind-hearted and well-intentioned.
I haven't gotten any of that from him, from what I've seen of him. So maybe I got to watch a few more George Russell clips. This shit.
It's so funny.
This shit is not genuine.
No, it is genuine.
That's genuine?
It's like
you pretend it's blasphemous is what it is. You pretend you're Jesus.
No, he's one of the things that's funny about the F1 Reddit. There's one called Formula One, obviously, and then there's one called Formula Dank.
Formula who?
Dank.
Dank? Nice.
It's like an old meme thing where it's like it was like the dank parts of the internet where like where all like the funny jokes were or something like that. And one of the jokes on the Reddit is they're like you'll always get outdanked by George Russell. And it's like one of those things where it's like anytime, because they'll like, you know, if a driver does something goofy or like the Reddit, like the Instagram will like come up with funny jokes about the drivers.
Yeah.
But it's like George Russell is always outdoing the joke Reddit by doing weirder things.
Things every time.
Like they're like, imagine he did this and he does something weirder, and they go outdanked by George Russell. Like, there's like always like something beyond, like he had the T pose, and they're like, why? Like why did he?
Why is he doing that? It's so weird.
It's cool.
It's not that cool.
I think it's awesome.
He's also such a weird looking guy.
I love how weird he looks.
He looks like there's this like old animated. I see it every once in a while. There's this old animated like thing that pops up every once in a while. Maybe it's like a Bug's Life or something. But he looks like one of the Bug's Life guys.
He looks. I've said this before. He looks like a man dressing as a woman from like a movie in the 90s.
What do you keep calling him? You keep calling him a British aunt.
Yeah, he's a British aunt. He literally like
this is the only time in your life you ever say aunt too.
He looks. I genuinely think that people should say aunt. He looks like a Mrs. Doubtfire type situation. This is how I think of George Russell. George Russell
looks like he's wearing makeup all the time.
He does. Yeah, 100%. George Russell. It looks like it's the plot of a movie is he can't see his like nieces and nephews, so he becomes a Mary Poppins style babysitter,
a Mary Poppins style F1 driver.
Yeah, but to like get into their lives again, and this is the version of him we're seeing, and he just feels like a goofy, kooky aunt. But like British, like very, like everything about him is like very, very British. Even the announcers the other day.
Is he British?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The announcers the other day were like, because they were all British for some reason.
Yeah.
They were like, he's like very British. This guy.
He was like a bit of, what did he say? A bit of British.
He was like, it's like pointy. He was like, it's like Lefty Village or Pointy Village or something.
Yeah,
he was
something like that.
He was like, he was like, the car is Pointy Village or whatever. And all of the British guys were like, oh my God.
He's so British.
Yeah. Like, oh my. They
Laughs in
loved it.
British.
They were all.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's your favorite driver?
Yeah. I mean, I like Charles Leclerc. He's cool. I think he's got swag. He plays piano, baddie girlfriend, rich as shit, good outfits. Lewis Hamilton is cool. I've had ebbs and flows with Lewis Hamilton. There's been times where I've hated Lewis Hamilton, and then there's times where I really like him.
I can't so much stand him. I don't,
It's just like the thing is that I didn't like about him is that he kind of goes overboard all the time. Like he like makes sure he like says hello to everyone and thank you for me. Like, he's like, he feels like
we get it, guy. We know you're doing. You're the best guy. We get it.
But it's like, feels like he's on purpose trying to be very down to earth.
Yeah.
But then I think I was just hating. And I think that maybe he genuinely is just that down to earth. I think
maybe he is.
I think it was, I'm going to be honest. I like changed my opinion about it. For a while I was hating on him. And I was like, I think I'm just being a hater. I think this guy really might just be a good guy.
A good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he is.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Max Verstappen. I think it's like so funny. This podcast sucks.
Really? You think
no,
so?
I think it's good.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Bro, we did an hour on jerking off and now we're doing 45 on F1.
Yeah, it's like, if you don't want to hear about one of those two topics, this podcast isn't for you.
Oh my God.
So, wait. No, Max Verstappen, one of the things that's really interesting that I do think that we missed out on, and I think it would have made us like him more, is the relationship between Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen.
Oh, was it good or bad? Or
best friends.
Oh, really?
The Netflix show made it seem like they hated each other. I've been seeing all this
Long
stuff.
time ago, I don't remember.
They like Daniel Ricciardo's sense of humor has Max Verstappen like cracking up all the time.
Wow.
He thinks everything Daniel Ricciardo says is
hilarious.
the funniest thing.
Which is, I don't get at all.
Yeah.
I don't think
like,
Daniel Ricciardo's
Daniel Ricciardo was like,
all.
Daniel Ricciardo was talking to Max Verstappen, and then he was like, he goes like this, and he goes, and then they're gone. Max Verstappen loses it. And he's just like, it's just like funny seeing a dude that looks like normally so serious.
Yeah.
And then the thing is the show portrays him as so serious, and he is very serious.
Who, Verstappen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's a demon.
In real life,
goofy.
Very goofy, like incredibly goofy. He even does an interview where he's like, his father was an F1 racer and everything.
Yeah.
And his father obviously takes it incredibly seriously.
Yeah.
And he's like, the main difference between me and my father is that I don't take life as seriously. I think you're allowed to like have fun and be unserious sometimes.
Wow.
And you could see, because Max Verstappen is serious so often, but then every once in a while he just like turns it off.
Do you think that Daniel Ricciardo left because he knew he could never beat Verstappen?
Yeah, I think the pressure was getting to him.
Yeah,
I mean, this is like, we weren't
huge
there,
mistake.
and we did. Yeah, it was the worst mistake of his whole life.
Career with that move.
But no, I think, and he also should have stayed at McLaren. I don't know why he left McLaren.
They fired him.
Oh, never
Because
mind.
he sucked.
Yeah. Okay.
He was the only one apparently who also knew how to drive the Red Bull car.
Yeah.
Knew how to drive the shitbox Red Bull car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think he really I think he wanted to be the best.
Yeah.
And I don't think that he was ever going to be better than Max Verstappen when they were in the same car.
Yeah.
So I think he just like, I think the pressure got to him.
Yeah,
Even Christian
probably.
Horner was like, I don't know why, I don't like why he's doing this. Like he was like, he had a good thing here.
Yeah.
Come in like third or fourth. We pay you a ton of money, and we have a car that could like put you in first.
I'll be honest. I think he wanted to be the star of the show, and that's why he that's why he left.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like it was.
And now he's not the star of any show.
Like you ask him, yeah, right. You ask him now. He's the star of a fucking, what has he got? A champagne bottle of rosé coming out. God bless you, bro. Fucking yeah. When he was leaving Red Bull, he was like, I just feel like it's something I needed to do.
Yeah.
And anytime someone says that, I just feel like it's something I needed to do. I had a little hiccup thing there. Yeah. Fucking, you know that there's an ulterior motive there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Daniel Ricciardo did eventually like, grow on me though. I still like don't like love him. I think his like comedy's really, see, that's the thing is George Russell and Daniel Ricciardo's comedy and like the things that they do and their attitudes are both cringy to me.
Yeah.
But there's something that feels more genuine about George Russell's to me. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like George Russell, like Daniel Ricciardo feels like he's trying to be weird. I think George Russell is like genuinely just a weird dude.
Yeah.
I'm back
They
on George
are all,
Russell.
like, most of them are European. They all weird. They all are weird European
Yeah,
guys.
Bottas is like
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
too. Like Bottas reminds me of Aiden.
Yeah. You want to know what's funny is that it doesn't translate. They all learn English, and all of the weirdness is lost when they do it in English.
Yeah.
All these things that they do, all these weird little things, I feel like in their own like languages and dialects is all funny. And then when they learn English, it's like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't translate.
Yeah, I get that.
And now they're all cringy. But I mean, God bless. At least there's some personality.
Yeah.
I think the personalities of the constructors or their principals is much better.
Yeah,
much more
because
interesting.
It's like these giants, like these like these powerhouses of people.
Yeah. Zach Brown is like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what he says. His car probably sucks, and we're probably gonna win.
Toto Wolff, he's literally like,
I give a fuck.
Yeah, Toto Wolff is literally like the way he just ordered breakfast that one time. I was like, this is like. He is like, if I'll be honest, Toto Wolff is like what I want to be. Like, it's like I want to stop smoking, I want to stop drinking, I want to take life really seriously and still be goofing around, but like I want to be like have a glass of champagne and be like, I'm off the rails today. And be like, and have a very particular, very successful life.
So you want to stop smoking, stop drinking, have a glass of champagne, and then have a very successful life.
You know what I mean when I say stop drinking. You know what I mean. Honestly, stop drinking in excess.
You want to be exactly like Toto Wolff and be so serious?
Yeah.
You sound so boring that way. You sound like I would.
No, but I want all the stuff that I do
hang out with you so much with you. No, if you become that way,
maybe I'll finally get out of doing these fucking podcasts. No, I want to.
I'll be out here. I'll be like, you want to hang out, and you'll be like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Podcast is already set up, just like today.
Yeah, it's great.
I got you.
I want to. I just know, but I want the things that I talk about to be like, like good, like, stuff, hardworking things. This is turning into a different conversation.
It's all right. That's okay. I just like, what is it now? What is it now?
I think there's a higher level of maturity that I've taken a step back from that I've previously been at.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
Probably after the first year living in Chauncey, maybe like a year and a half, and it's like been going downhill ever since in my mind and how I feel about it.
Really?
Yeah, I think I've regressed in discipline and maturity over the last, which is funny because I don't know. I was talking to Ryan.
I disagree completely, but anyway, continue.
I was talking to Ryan Arnold about it. Every time I tell him stuff like this, he goes, "I think you have a tendency to romanticize the past."
Yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, I was thinking different.
Oh,
I think you were saying what you the other night when you were like, I'm a bullshitter. Fucking, you got how many promotions in the past 2 years? Past 3 years?
Yeah, I get it.
You've been grinding and fucking full of maturity and doing what you got to do. I think that you do too much comparison.
What do they say? Comparison is the death of happiness or something like that?
I think you do too much comparison. I think you look at other people, you're like, I have to be like this, I have to be like that, I have to be. Just be yourself, bro. Yourself is pretty good. I enjoy it. Everybody enjoys it. And you're making a fucking ton of money. Are you gonna cry? What are you doing?
No, I'm thinking. I'm like in my head. I'm gonna blast my shit later. You want to end this shit?
Blast. You feel good about yourself. I'm gonna make sure I know.
Yeah. No, I want to go back into F1. We could talk about my emotions after that.
Okay.
Kick Sauber. I'm really excited for them to become Audi. I didn't know that they have like the world's most famous engineer, like F1 engineer, behind them.
Really?
Yeah. It's like he joined their team.
Oh, that's cool.
I think it's either it might be Aston Martin.
I wonder why their car is still shit.
Yeah, it's either them or Aston Martin. It's one of the teams.
Mm-hmm.
Got like who's like known as like the every time he makes a car for somebody, it's like to become the fastest car. I forget his name.
I don't know. I don't know.
Adrian Newey, maybe that's his name.
I don't know enough about. Oh, that name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Is he the one who did the Williams thing and he fucked up their car?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. God bless you. They fired him like right away because he fucked up their car massively. I think it was him.
I think it was him too.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong guy.
Could be.
So we got Kick Sauber. I'm really excited for them to become Audi.
Me too.
I hope Cadillac.
That's great.
My dream Cadillac team.
Well,
who's your dream Cadillac team?
Well, probably it would involve an American, an IndyCar driver.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be cool to see George Russell on Cadillac.
I would love to see. Honestly, I would love if the current Mercedes lineup, Antonelli and George Russell, went to Cadillac.
Antonelli's not going anywhere, bro.
I know that. I know.
But like you're talking dream scenarios.
Yeah, I'm talking dream scenarios.
Yeah, you talk a lot of dream scenarios.
What else is there to talk about?
That's true. No, I don't think Antonelli's going anywhere. I think Toto Wolff's gonna fucking hold on to Antonelli like crazy.
You think McLaren like is locked for the constructors this year?
Seemingly.
Who do you think their biggest competition in the constructors will be?
In the constructors?
Yeah.
Is going to be Ferrari.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think that's
Ferrari
correct.
is going to be their competition. And then I think for second or third or fourth, or like second or third, whatever you want to call it, is going to be Red Bull and Mercedes. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, we're still so early into the season.
Yeah. What have we
not
only
having
seen?
a race today was awful.
Yeah.
Like, how often do they do these 2-week breaks?
There's like 3 of them, I think.
There's 3 of them?
Yeah.
All right.
And then there's one that's like a 3-week break.
Probably summer break.
Yeah, that's the summer break.
Yeah. And then there's fucking off season.
Yeah.
No F1 for a whole off season. That'll be interesting. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to potentially go to Austin and go see the race.
Yeah, I have to do some booking for stuff today.
Yeah.
I have to book a
Yeah,
lot
we
of
should
things.
sit down and figure that out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to spend some money. I really want to spend money. I want to buy like a bunch of gold.
A bunch of gold?
Yeah.
All right.
I think I might buy, I don't know. I want to buy more gold. I think I might buy a gold thing to hang in my room.
It'd be cool.
Like a gold, like a.
You should buy more gold stuff to put on yourself so that way, more black people will chase you on the street.
Yeah, I'm basically just becoming like over time, becoming like a bigger like loot chest.
The bigger what?
Loot chest.
What is that?
Like a chest to loot.
Oh, a loot chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
just
yeah.
like- I'm just
good
like,
joke.
yeah.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's my fault. Fucking.
What time is it?
you wanna cap this shit? 5:30.
5:30.
We did quite a bit.
We have an hour and a half till I want to watch the movie.
Holy shit.
I want to be like, I'm gonna smoke tonight. Are you going to?
Yeah.
Do you have anything?
I do.
I might take a walk if you want to take a walk.
Yeah.
What are you eating for dinner?
I'm gonna do kebab pita.
I'm gonna get a burger from the Munchies.
From Munchies. Yeah, I already factored in all my calories today, so.
Maybe I'll get one from. Actually, I might get Burger King. Anyways,
And we got some bananas frosted tonight.
mhm,
It's gonna be fire.
that's awesome.
It is awesome.
That's so sick.
It's so
That's
dope.
so good.
It's great.
That's
It's the
real-
best thing, honestly, ever. We live pretty good lives, honestly. God's blessing us right now. God's
Yeah.
blessing us right now.
I really want it. Like I was telling you this yesterday, but I really thought I would have like a wife and kids by now. And
Me
instead,
too. Me
I'm
too.
like smoking tons of weed and I'm sitting on a couch with this dude.
In that sense, wait, what'd you say?
I said, I'm sitting around smoking a bunch of weed and sitting on the couch with this dude.
In that sense, I could see where you feel like, like maybe not regression, but you're not like, I keep saying like, I feel like I should be, like I should have a wife and like not kids.
Like
I
a
don't think I
house?
need-
Do you think you should have a house already?
It'd be cool. It'd be nice, but it's like not in today's world. But yeah, fucking. I feel like I shouldn't. Maybe not a wife yet, but at least
A
know
long-term girlfriend?
Know that like this is the girl I'm gonna marry, kind of thing. Yeah, I feel like that's the kind of thing where. And people keep telling me they're like, "Oh, you're young, you wait." I don't think that we should be telling people that. I don't think.
Yeah,
Why? I don't know why people say, "Oh, wait until you're 30s." Wait, fucking. We're running out of time here. We got to get
Yeah.
started on this
It's-
shit.
Okay, all right. Well, don't stress me out about it.
Fucking, just for me. I want to be young when I have kids, so that way I could still
Yeah, like I want
do
to throw
stuff.
the ball around.
Yeah.
I really, we
Would
can.
you say you want to go to the mall with them?
No, I want to throw the ball around them.
Okay.
We should go play frisbee in the park this upcoming weekend.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You and Ami are gonna play, and I'll watch.
I'll throw a football with you. You want to throw a football?
I'll throw a football. Frisbee. You wouldn't get me with frisbee. Football. You get me with football. Frisbee's too chaotic. There's no.
Do you? I want to build a car. Like I want to build like a
I
soapbox.
want to build one of those Red Bull things.
Yeah, the soapbox.
Soapbox.
I'd watch more of those later, like before the movie when we smoke.
I thought while I was at the gym today, I thought about like all the different things we could do to make it a good winning car.
What are some of them?
Some of them is like I was saying
The
is
camber?
well, I would make it one of those long cars, not the wide. I would
Mhm.
go long. I would make the wheels big enough to be in line and the car low enough. Wheels big enough to be in line with the drivers. Space them out a little bit of camber. I would put fucking good suspension on there. I would make like some sort of leg in the steering where when you turn the wheel, it doesn't immediately react. So that way, when you turn the wheel, it's a soft turn. You know what I mean? Because all of these,
The second they go like this,
The
every
second
time they
they-
go like this, it's turning the wheel like this.
yeah,
and this and
yeah.
this.
I would give it some sort of fucking. We would need some engineering genius for this, I feel like, but some sort of lagging in the steering, so that way it's not so sensitive. And I would basically try to refine the fucking. While doing like a cool, like a creative shape or something like that, a creative idea, I would try to make it as smooth as possible, kind of thing. Yeah. That's as far as I got. I don't know whether I would do a handlebar or a steering wheel, but
I feel like I would want a steering wheel.
steering wheel would be better. Yeah.
It would be funny if you and I designed a car
Yeah.
and we like told all of our friends about it.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the year, we just had an F1 car. We were like, we put a lot of effort into
Awesome. We put $16 million into
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Mark funded it.
Were you in the Boy Scouts?
I was. Yeah. I
Did
did
you
the
do
stock cars.
Did you do the derby, the pine car derby?
Awful. Every year. Our cars were awful.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
won.
You won?
Yeah.
Were you one of the guys who made the thin, like an Indy car basically, and like as little wood as possible? No. How did you design your car?
So my dad would often actually build the cars. So it doesn't really count as me winning. Actually, my dad's really proud. He is always like, I won Pine Car Derby. My dad is literally like, which is funny because like, as you grow up, I've been thinking about this a lot recently. As you grow up, you have like what I think I'm in right now is like kind of a lull where you stop getting forced to do things.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in class, you got to make a bridge and it's got to hold stuff. You got to do this. You got to be part of this group. I don't really have to do anything right now except for my job, right?
I could give you something to do.
So, no. If you want,
Okay.
as long as it's fun.
It's super fun.
It's not. I'm not signing up for the bike. I'm not doing the permit test for the bike.
Why do you hate like good things? This is like, why do you hate like a good, fun thing for everybody to enjoy? That's
So-
what I want to know.
When my
Like,
dad,
You're like, oh, I don't do any. I need something to do. I'm giving you something to do, bro.
so my dad, now I know the feeling of like, if somebody today told me like you have to design a pine car derby thing, I would be like, oh, something to do. And then to put all my effort in it and win it. If I was a father, I'd be like, I'd talk about it as much as he does. I'm
Yeah.
talking about it now.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a dad yet.
Yeah. You want to know what my dad did? He hired one of his friends to do the car with us so he wouldn't have to do it.
That's so fucking weird. It's like so weird. To hire a friend?
He paid one of his employees or something to build the cars with us. And, he dropped us off at his house. He said, go build the cars. I'll see you guys later. And he probably went and got a blowjob in a stall at a local restaurant or
And
something.
then he was like, you have to tell every woman you love her. One of the funny, I think when me, you, like when we're fathers one day, if we hopefully get to be fathers, and let's say Ami's a dad, Ryan's a dad, Kobe's a dad, I hope that we all have our kids in the same Boy Scout group and we all get to compete against each other for the Pine Car Derby.
I think that we could do something like this. I don't think that, I'm not going to put my kids in Boy Scouts.
You're not going to put your kids in Boy Scouts?
That's so shocking to you.
What about Cub Scouts?
No? I probably won't do Cub Scouts or Boy Scouts.
Are you going to send them to summer school?
I mean, if,
Like summer camp, I mean?
if they want to. I enjoyed summer camp. I had a good time.
I never went.
What?
I never went. I never got to
I
go.
enjoyed summer camp.
I was the only kid of all four of my siblings, or like me included. I'm the only one that didn't get to go.
Yeah. Oh, didn't get to go? You
Yeah.
wanted to go? You were upset about it?
Yeah.
It was fun. It was cool.
What if we just,
Did our own little thing?
yeah.
Yeah, I believe we
But like,
could
what
do
if we
that.
do it now?
Do it now?
Yeah. What if we do a Pine Car Derby now? Would you do it?
Where would we build the cars? At your house in Long Island?
Well, I mean, I probably wouldn't let you build it there because I want a leg up. I want to like,
So you'd be like,
I
all right,
want to have an
you're
advantage.
gonna be like, all right, yeah, let's all do the Pine Car Derby thing. I'm gonna put, this is gonna be we need a pay cap in this too. Yeah. This is you're gonna pull some bullshit. You're gonna have the best car. It's gonna be made out of fucking carbon fiber.
No, you know who's going to have the best car?
Who?
Aiden.
Aiden is gonna have the best
I'm
car.
going to text, remind me, I'm going to bring this up in the group chat. Though.
Yeah. No, just wait. Yeah.
I got work messages.
You got work messages?
Yeah.
All right. How you feeling? You wanna cap it?
Yeah, I'm cool to end. It's like I want to keep hanging out though.
We're gonna keep hanging out.
Yeah, I might like just start. It's like I might just start smoking soon.
Okay.
I'm starving.
The world is yours. So you do whatever you want. That's the good life that we live. We can do whatever we want. Life's not so bad.
So what about like 6:30 for the movie start? Is that too early?
6:30?
7 o'clock?
Why are we doing so early?
Because it's like a 3-hour movie.
Oh, it is?
It's like, yeah, it's like a while. It takes a while. I can't look anything up.
We're watching Do the Right Thing.
Do the Right Thing.
It's about Italians and blacks and how they get along so famously. What, do you feel weird about that?
No, I was like, do we?
Italian, yeah. Italians and blacks, like, there's like a gentle hint of racism between the two, I think. But like, I think overall Italians and blacks do like each other.
You think it's gentle?
Yeah.
A hint? All right.
I think there's worse forms of racism, and then there's normal forms of racism. You know?
Okay.
Gunshots or backfire?
Backfire.
Yeah.
I feel insulted when I tell people they were gunshots and they go, "Are you sure it wasn't backfire?" I'm like, I'm not a fucking idiot, bro.
Yeah, gunshots are piercing.
Yeah.
You know what a gunshot is.
I'm excited about the Pine Car Derby.
Yeah, it'll be cool. Maybe we do a thing on it.
Want to know what mine looked like?
What?
It was like a cylinder, like a curved cylinder, like with a circular front cylinder, and then just a square.
A square?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it kind of looked like almost like how you could imagine like Thor's hammer, except a car. I did one that looked like a skateboard because I told my dad I wanted it to look like a skateboard, so he did it. And then I did the first one was a real botch job, the worst of all of the cars.
Yeah,
but it's the one that I made.
I see.
I've already told myself if we live together again, I'm going to create a key hook for us.
Yeah, you told me about that.
I'm gonna make this like an actual thing, and
That'd
it's gonna
cool.
be personal to us.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
What?
The personal to us part.
I like want it to be like something
yeah,
that represents each of us. I was like, I've been trying to think of like what I'm going to make for everybody. I was gonna do like prosciutto for you somehow. I don't know how to artistically represent prosciutto.
I made that ashtray and I put the word prosciutto on the inside.
I wanted to be like, I was going to do a pyramid for Ami. I was going to do something for you. I don't know what I would do for me yet.
I don't know. I can't.
We'll see. We'll figure it out.
I can think of something, but I'm not going to say
I've been wanting to embroider more too. I'm going to start embroidering you guys gifts. I've always wanted to do.
I remember you started the rose thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, the cigarette pack.
Yeah. I was thinking there was something I was going to do. Oh, I know. I remember what I have something that I'm going to embroider for you. And I'm going to do it over, and it's really easy. And I'm going to do it over the next month.
Okay. God bless.
It's kind of gay.
What?
It's like I'm realizing like the whole exchange there is kind of gay.
But sometimes you embroider your boys' shit.
We hang out too much, bro. We're hanging out too much. It's like me and you are going to the bar, me and you go out to dinner.
Bro,
I'm like embroidering.
I'm sorry I don't hate my friends. I don't know what to tell you.
We just
holy shit. A lot of talking out there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You want to cut it?
You want to cut it?
Yeah. I mean, I still want to hang out, but yeah, I'm cool to cut it.
Okay. All right. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
See you later, Russian people and Timmy.
Yeah. See you later, Russians and Timmy. Yeah. Everybody's Russian.
Does he still watch him?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not going to force everybody to watch him every time, you know.
Timmy, if you're listening to this, send me a song. Send me
send them a song, Not by Colter Wall.
Yeah. We have a challenge for you, Timmy. Send us a song, Not by that guy.
Not by Colter Wall.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. God bless.